Hey there, welcome to the Breakfast Club. I'm Kazoom, and I'm uploading late as normal. Late seems to be my normal. Sorry. In this video, I don't have anything really important to talk about, but I do want to talk about computers a little bit. Past few days, the fan in my power supply is making some strange noises, and it doesn't seem to matter how much I try to blow it out with canned air. It's not helping. I may have to take it apart to clean it and see what's going on with it, which is a pain. I don't know whether this is even a user serviceable one or whether or not I'm going to have to almost break it to get it apart, but we'll see. It's funny, I've had this computer for 4 years. I think it's been 4 years. I've had to replace the power supply 3 times. I just replaced this power supply in, what is it, March or April? Man, it's sad that I keep having to replace this thing. One of the problems is that this case puts the power supply at the bottom of the case. To me, it belongs at the top. That way, it's not going to get nearly as much dust as it. I mean, I have my computers on the floor, and on this case, I have to put a piece of plywood underneath the computer or something that the computer can sit on, so it has enough air intake to be able to function correctly, right? Because we've got really thick carpeting in the house, so. But when it's that low to the ground, any bit of dust that's floating around, it's going to get into that fan really quick. So, yeah, dust is a killer on any sort of hardware like this. Now, there are some cases that are coming out. I'm kind of excited about it, although it'll be years before they come down in price enough for me to be able to afford them. I think they're starting in the 500s, but they will allow you to have no fans at all. It's like the case is a giant heatsink, and it has this thing that you can press onto the to your main CPU as well, so that doesn't require a fan. And I'm like, oh, now that would be cool. That would be great for recording and music and anything. I mean, even just video making. I wouldn't have any sort of fan sound in the background. You know, that'd be great. And in that case, I don't think dust would be nearly as harmful to the machine. I don't understand why some people obsess. Whenever they get a new machine, they obsess on, oh, I have to get the latest and greatest. And I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you spend that much money? In a year's time, it's going to be worth half to maybe 2/3 what you paid for it. So why not get, 1 or 2 steps down? Make sure you have a decent sized hard drive, make sure you have a decent amount of memory, or hard drive SSD combo, which is something I definitely recommend. Put Windows and important files on the SSD and everything else on the other hard drive. And then you can always do a few upgrades over the next couple years, and then you could get another new machine. And don't necessarily get a brand new machine all around, just take out the old guts and put in some new guts, and you've upgraded your machine to something, every couple years. You're still keeping up with things, and you'll still be spending less money than if you spent all this massive amount on the latest and greatest. Well, that's nice if you don't want to upgrade your machine for 5 or so years. I mean, I guess that's a way that you can go, but to me it makes a lot more sense to upgrade and update your machine hardware wise every couple years, and just get a couple notches down from top of the line, or even get mid-grade. Now, if you're some sort of serious gamer and you want to make sure that you have all of the you can play all of the newest games with all of the graphics settings turned all the way up and get a perfect 60 frames per second. I mean, yeah, fine. If that's your thing and you have that much money to spend, who am I to judge? But for most people, you really, really don't need to get the latest and greatest. It's silly to get the latest and greatest as far as I'm concerned. I guess I don't know what more to say. This video is just not very good, and bananas and scrambled eggs and cabbage.